sort of. Do.
Like just the gameplay.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, you have to like kind of know what your opponents are doing. But that's like all games, right? Except like you're like
Yeah.
okay, here are his outs. Here's how I die. I gotta try to stop this, you know. And then sometimes you're just like, well, I got I think it's called donked. You get donked, where it's like you just have one of those hands because there's no mulligan. You just go, I'm gonna lose right away. Like I'm just gonna lose right away.
Yep.
I've been there.
It feels like a lot of the time, and it's obviously not guaranteed, but a lot of the time it feels like the winner's decided on turn 2 or 3.
Yeah, from like ebb and flow of the game. Yeah.
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 Like I have crawled back before, and it does happen, but it does not happen a lot.
That's like the biggest thing. But well, we're live, and this is a Magic the Gathering podcast, and we'll probably mention Pokemon. What's up, Zero? But overall, 3, 2, 1. You are listening to episode 210. 210, baby. 210 of Paper Player. I'm your host, Tony, joined with Josh and Jeff. JB never returned from Gen Con. We're going to have to go in a search party for him after this, guy. So get your flashlights. I know you guys probably have some nice ones, and we'll go get them. But, yeah, dude.
He's actually he's doing some arbitrage. He's going to Japan to get some Magic cards.
Yeah, I hope he does.
Bring him back.
That would be.
I don't think you can really do that. I don't even think you can really do that efficiently anymore because like it's so readily available here in the United States.
Yeah, you can buy a lot of Japanese package. Like you can buy a lot of Japanese cards that are cheap. That's true for like all games, dude. Like foreign language cards are just like doo-doo now. Whereas let's go back 15 years ago. Back in my day, full Japanese cards. You're like, oh, dude, you got the what? And that's when foils.
That's
were
like
hard.
there's like the people who still do it. I don't understand the flex anymore because like it used to be a flex, but now it's like anyone can get it.
Yeah, I mean, collector packs kind of ruined Japanese foils.
Ninja the Deep R, which was like a 10-cent to like $1 card in its prime, like was like $50 foil Japanese.
Right.
Like,
I remember that. And like it pissed me off getting like Japanese foil Final Fantasy cards in my pack. I was like, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
Or not.
Well, good thing you're not the only person that plays Magic.
Right. Well, but like I was also not the only person upset by that or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was also people that enjoyed it. It went both ways.
Yeah.
I bought but like, all right, so like, I'm not talking about the Neon Chocobo, which is like, no one's going to be mad they open a $5,000 card. But like, when I open like a $10 rare or whatever, I would prefer it was in English. And like most people, I saw a lot of gripe about like, when you buy an English pack, you should get English cards.
Yeah, I'm with you. That can be brutal. I mean, it really is just kind of a bad beat, but it's a stylistic thing. I think
I didn't like. Ultimately, I didn't care because like it all got traded in anyway. But it caught me off guard.
I mean, Japanese foil was the big thing because one, it was hard to obtain, and back then the cards came one way. They came foil and non-foil. So to get your super cool version, you had to get a foreign language foil, which was just like so hard to get, because product just wasn't that ready, like you were saying, that ready available. And now everybody, if you want cheap stuff, you get foreign. You're like,
right.
Yeah.
Now I like look through it for like the foreign fetches and stuff, so I can whiteboard around.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I think that's like a side note of like,
feel bad about it.
Cards just come in so many different variations now. You have extended art, you have foil, you have alternate arts, then you have like super alternate arts. Like, dude, there's just, and the volume of cards that we have coming towards us. Like, cards need to be in English because I just don't have a Rolodex in my head of what all the cards are. They're like, what does this do?
I have no idea what. There's like 1,000 unique Final Fantasy card. I have no idea what this card is.
Yeah.
Who it is, what it does.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm surprised they haven't gone in the way where they're just.
I guess I gotta type this.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to know to put the number in the corner into Google,
Mm-hmm.
But like not everyone is.
Dude, I've had it. I forgot. Like the Japanese Strixhaven ones. Those are the ones that like got me because I was like, is this a? What is this? Is this? I mean, the Faithless Looting.
I was like looking at stuff, and I found my Japanese like lightning bolts,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, ooh, But I can't trade these in. These are too cool.
Yeah, right. No, sick, dude. But did you guys get any Magic in this week?
I did.
Nice, dude. What'd you
I
do?
played my like pre-release game with my coworker.
Nice.
I built a green white deck with the Ouroboride guy, who like when he works he goes off. He like it's seemingly unbeatable. But unfortunately I lost in. He was with a red white deck and he like 2-for-1 me, and then it was game over. And then he played the. He like did 4 damage. He wasn't the craft that did the entire. It wasn't the 4 damage to every. He wrathed my board, and then it was game over for me. Sent me back to the Stone Ages.
Yeah. It's kind of.
But all I did have a lot of fun with this set. I like the pace of this set, and I like the flavor. I'm huge sell.
Big deal. Yeah. I didn't get any Magic in, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but mainly, like, Edges of Eternity is like an entirety I'm just skipping. It's like, no thanks. Not for me. That's not saying much, but yeah.
You not a space guy?
I've always hated space. I've hated space for a very long time.
It's the
Hate
final
Star
frontier,
Wars.
my guy.
What is
And
the
Star Trek.
What space operas? The Earth is flat. Okay, that's we're not getting it.
Oh my god! I just had this discussion with someone last night.
No. It's I don't know, not a Star Wars dude, but there's some speculation on Star Wars, which people are Reddit. It's really starting to put together a story here, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But Jeff, did you get any Magic in?
I did not. Kind of like been trying to socialize more. I've been like locked in my gaming room for the past like month or two between Magic and Pokemon.
Sure.
So I went to like Wisconsin State Fair yesterday.
Ooh.
You know, did my due diligence, had my cream puff.
Did you get a flavored one or
had
you get a
some
regular
alligator
one?
bites. I got one of each. Like I brought them home.
So smart.
So
I get to go
strawberry,
tomorrow,
chocolate, and
yeah.
regular.
Yeah.
Or
I
Friday, yeah.
spent 2 hours at the fair, and that was about my limit. I was like, all right, I'm over this. Like, I had my food.
Sounds
I'm
about
sick of
right.
people. Let's go home.
Did you go yesterday?
Stopped at a cart. Yeah, I did. Literally, I got to State Fair right when you left.
Funny. Nice.
Because the card shop that we realized we both went to in the same day, when you headed there, I was pulling up and parking for State Fair.
Oh, nice. Gotcha.
And
Okay.
then I went there right after, picked up a couple of Pokemon cards because that's what I do now, apparently. And then I found out today that there's RCQ season starting, and it's actually to win a chance to get into the RC for Milwaukee.
It's a
So now I
backyard.
definitely have to start playing Standard again.
Yep, I'm with you.
And,
I
so
gotta get serious.
I've been looking at decks again. I'm fighting the urge to play Red because I know Mono Red is still around and still putting up some numbers, but
Yeah,
it's probably not the most logistic answer to play.
sure.
So we'll see. I don't know. I might play Vivi even though I hate playing those
I
decks,
want a Vivi.
but realistically Red Blue is the color combination I've always done the best with.
Sure. It's hard to argue it. I mean, it's like
So-
it's the number one deck that people are going after based on. I'm just looking at MTG top 8. It's 30% of the meta.
Yep.
Pretty big.
I mean, a lot of that I think stems too from people like I know a lot of these are online tournaments, but like the paper ones I think stem from like people just have the Vivi deck because it was literally the Steel Cutter deck
yeah, exactly.
before.
That's fascinating.
But we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of aggro in the format right now, so like it's like dealer's choice when it comes to playing my favorite type of deck.
Sure.
So we'll see.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think really any Magic in it all. I've just been jamming Pokemon because there's regionals here in October that I'm going to try for. And I'm trying my best to learn as much as I can and as quickly as I can. I feel somewhat well versed in my deck, and now I'm learning the edges, the small percentage points of like understanding that my opponent had this start, and for me to go in this exact direction, because normally it was just like get set up and start KOing things, which is the beginner's like intro version of that game. And then you're like, okay, well, if I KO this, what's going to happen on the return? And then you actually start thinking multiple turns ahead, and then how to like basically plan out the game. So you're looking at it that way, and then obviously there's random things that can get in your way. But yes, it's been that for me.
I wanted to mention this.
Yeah.
That's why I said it reminded me of a puzzle. You're trying to see where the pieces fit in this match specifically, because like again with like prizes and stuff like that, like every match is going to be different because your remaining deck is always going to be different. Like the cards you have and have available to you are always changing, because these 6 cards aren't allowed to be touched until you kill things.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with the prize system.
Oh, same. I have had moments where like the whole point of my deck is in my prizes, and I have to find a new way to win.
that's where the grind comes in. You're like, okay, how do I eke this out? How do I I can't. You could just play a redeemable ticket, but that card seems awful, and I'm not playing that. So.
But the thing I wanted to mention is like we always talk about like the transition from arena to paper for Magic players. How a lot of the times they seem to miss triggers, mess up like how they're doing things because it's all done for you. And part of me is kind of nervous about that with Pokemon, because like I've played 100 matches online and it's easy, I can do it. But like as soon as we sit in paper, it's like I have to remember that I played a trainer already this turn. I have to remember physically what cards are in my deck, because like I don't have something just. So like I kind of understand like that perspective, because I never had that with Magic because I started in paper.
Yeah, of course. Whereas like
what I liked about Pokemon is that combat ends the turn, which is what I really appreciated. It was like the last thing you do is attack, and then it kind of just like ends the turn nicely.
Yeah, that is nice. You're just like, all right, go ahead, pass on, and so forth. Make sure that if you have any ability markers, pick them up and all that. So I've done 3 tournaments in person so far. The first one I was like, just like, I don't care what the result is. If I lose, I lose. I don't care. The second one I was like, okay, I've got more than like 100 games under my belt online. Let's see if I can transition this. And I definitely got like that nervous feeling of like, I gotta play this card that searches my deck. Damn it, is it in there? Am I just gonna like lose because of this? And you're like, damn it. And then there's other plays too that you're like, oh, if this wasn't in my prizes, I could have done this. And like, try not to show that for. I've had opponents just literally just go like, they go to search for something and they go misplay, and they just say it out loud. I'm like, what? And they're just like, yeah, it's in my prizes, but they should have known that the turn before, like, because a lot of people are just trying to play fast and like loose with it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually being like somewhat diligent. Like the game has to be played fast, but I'm being like diligent and being like, okay, this is my first time in my deck. Yeah. Well, I think that's where all the equity is, right? It's just like, you think this is in your deck, you're wrong, and then whoops, now that this is not in my deck, I'm in big trouble. But yeah. All right.
I think the thing that like, and I know like the top decks don't use, besides the Gimme Gnarl deck or whatever, like remembering what poison does, how it goes away, how it doesn't go away, confusion, burn, like all of that, trying to remember how they all work again is like been a challenge, because I haven't touched those things in a long time, and it is partially my responsibility to remember those things when they're on my creatures.
Oh yeah.
Or Pokemon. Oh, it felt weird to call them creatures.
Yeah, I use all like Magic terminology when I'm talking Pokemon, and my brain like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna Demonic Tutor. They're like, what? I'm like, oh, okay. Double Vamp Tutor. They're just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Also, like some card interactions like are weird too, because like in Magic, if you can't complete something normally, you can't play it, but that's not true with Pokemon. Like the card Chespin, which searches for 2 energy, and you can put one on a Pokemon and then 1 to hand. If you can only search and there's only 1 energy, it automatically goes to your hand. You cannot put it on a creature, and that confuses me, because I should be able to put it on the Pokemon.
Very fascinating. So you lose a turn of that's weird
wording.
Yeah,
because like you're expecting to be able to put these 2 energy out and kill your opponent's Pokemon, but you can't do that.
Very fascinating. Cool.
But again, as you stated before, we are a Magic podcast, so let's talk about some Magic.
Here we go. All right. So last Friday on the Edges of Eternity release day, they showed the Spider-Man the Soul Stone, which is a pretty big deal.
Dude, that card is sick.
Yeah, it's a pretty insane card. So what it does is 1 in the black for a legendary artifact, Infinity Stone. It is indestructible. Tap, add a black to your mana. So right there, it's just a 2-mana rock, and then it's got another ability for black and 6. Tap, exile a creature you can control, and then it has Harness the Soul Stone, and it says once harnessed, its infinity ability is active. An infinity ability is below it, and then what that is at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, yeah, this has a million things going for it. Seems really good. Seems like an auto include for every single like EDH. So that's pretty good, and it's indestructible. And it's got
So just a 2-mana mana rock. We haven't had like a decent 2-mana mana rock in a very long
It
time.
comes with the untapped.
Hey, that's the biggest
Yeah.
thing. Like you don't
And
have to-
indestructible,
Yeah,
which is like also a big thing.
I can't wait to suplex this thing.
Oh, I can't wait to farewell.
Goodbye. The 3 arts that are shown is like the regular art, and then they have one with it being in the pinky slot of the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet, which is a really, really sick art. And then they have like this really
Comic book art.
yeah, and then they have like this epic version of it where it's just the stone itself just kind of floating in midair, textless. I don't know if those are going to be serialized or not. I would be surprised if they're not, but regardless, that's going
Only
to
seen this art before on serialized cards,
oh this
like the framing with the gold.
oh
Because
man.
we've only ever seen it on the One Ring and the Chocobos.
Did the Aether
I can't think
Spark
of
have it?
any other. I can't think of any other card that has had this like gold
Oh sure.
framing like that.
Let's look at the Aether Spark. Aether Spark. I don't remember if that had it or not.
No.
The
okay.
serialized one,
Okay. It's got a gold
Yeah,
version, but it's got like a weird serialized
Right.
version.
It's like that's the serialized frame that it showed with the
The Soul
and
Stone.
it's like completely textless. It's like totally the serialized frame.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's just
gonna
the
be a
question.
1-of-1.
If it's 1 of 1, I would say.
I feel it has to be.
I mean, it's emblematic, right, of being 1 of 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you eventually have all 6 1-of-1, and then you release the gauntlet as a 1-of-1, and you have literally the actual Infinity Stones.
What is
So it was just like the comics.
the comic
If you-
universe that they use? Is it 616?
616 is MCU, right? Because none of this is MCU.
Am I thinking of something else? I thought the Earths all had different. Maybe that's DC then. Maybe it's them.
No, the Earths all do have a different number, but I'm saying MCU uses 616. I think the comics,
Oh,
especially
sure.
if they're like sticking to the thematics of like this art
Yeah.
for the comic book one, I don't think that's 616.
Okay. I would hope that whatever the main timeline is, there's that many, right? Maybe I'm just picking a number
Yeah.
out of the air because 1 of 1 is like this great chase, and then obviously like the first person. I mean, I don't think Post Malone's gonna be the only person that wants this. I mean, whoever is a diehard Marvel collector, which there are a plethora of,
baseball players.
yeah. Which is gonna be like that might sell more than the 1 of 1 ring. And that sounds ludicrous, but yeah, I don't know. It's strange times, but the card's awesome overall. I'm actually pretty hyped. I don't know how you guys feel about that card. This is the first card I've seen in the set that I go, oh, this is cool.
Busted, dude.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna need 1 or 2, probably 2, just to have. And God forbid it's a 4 of its
I
standard.
mean,
I said that about the One Ring, but I don't own any right now.
yeah.
But I
So the
turned my
thing
One
about
Ring
this-
into a dual land, so
Fair enough.
The thing about this card is like I know it's pre-sale prices, and those tend to like go up, go down depending on like the playability. But right now it's like pre-selling for like $50,
Yeah.
which I think is really high for a mana rock. But it's also the Soul Ring, so I get its attraction.
Yeah.
If it is 1 of 1, I think the alt art with Thanos is gonna be obscenely expensive. Because like not everyone can get the one of one, so
Yeah, the
everyone's
one-of-one.
gonna want the really cool one.
Yeah, I mean that thing is super dope, dude. Like it's, I mean they're gonna have to continue the cycle, right? Is there gonna be 6
Yeah.
Thanoses just each time? It's gonna have a different slot, or is it?
I
Yeah.
kind of think there's going to be, and it's going to be like
I think
this
there's gonna
same
be
style of Thanos.
another stone in this set.
You think there's going to be more than one?
No,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think there's gonna be 2 per set, 2
so.
per Spider-Man set.
No, because
Or
there's
2 per Marvel set?
Yeah, 2 for my Marvel.
we're in
set.
Marvel for the next 3 years. So I mean
Yeah,
we're
they said there was like a total of like, isn't it 5 sets?
y-
Something like they said there was going to be multiple, like
Yeah.
1 per year. I thought.
No. I mean, maybe. Well, we haven't seen next year's schedule, right? After Final Fantasy, they probably just like, you know what, shift Marvel to everything because we need to get those numbers. But yeah, if all the stones are mana rocks, like, talk about just
I
pricing out EDH.
I think
decks.
they will be.
Yeah, I mean, they feel then one of them has to be whichever one's going to be just be tapped to add 2, like a Soul Ring, make it 3 mana, add 2 mana. You know, one of them's got to add colorless.
Which
right?
one would it be?
That'd be 2 mana, add 3, like a Grim Monolith.
No way. I mean, now we're just getting crazy.
Never.
I mean, unless you can only spend it on the gauntlet, like maybe then.
Which out of the Infinity Stones, which one do you think would be the one to not tap for just one?
So you have the
color?
Time Stone that's probably arguably going to be either red or blue, and then you have the Mind Stone,
Yep.
which is either going to be. Hold on, we have a problem.
I have
Yep.
one on my right here. It's not the Mind Stone though. It's just Mind Stone.
Wait a minute. What if they just
It's
do
a
this?
different card if you put the in the front.
You blew it, Wizards. So we have 2 Soul Stones that exist in the Magic right now.
What if the Mind Stone comes out and it's just this?
That would be very
Hot-
funny. That would be very funny. The Mind Stone. They might just throw that into like I doubt it because they have to do something cool with the gauntlet, right? Like there's got to be like a
So, I was just gonna say, like, this is a prediction. I'm putting it out there now. Or once we get the gauntlet, which I'm guessing will be the last thing to be like revealed
yeah.
after the stones, it's just going to have an effect that says like your opponent loses the game or you win the game or restart. Something involving like something major if you have all 6 stones.
If you control all 6 stones, your opponent quits Magic. They're done.
Yeah.
Beat it, kiddo.
You
Yeah.
have all
Only if
6
you think about
stones,
it, you
flip
played.
the coin. Your opponent loses the game if you win the flip.
That would be funny.
Oh yeah, like 50.
Yeah, 50-50. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be pretty sweet. I think
Once
there's a
you
lot
get
we're going
two
to see there.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it'll be a fun like. It's like a fun add-on to the game to try to collect all these once they come out.
Yeah. But I think it looks super cool. Like I said, this is the first card in the Spider-Man set that has been officially spoiled that I want. Everything else I don't. I don't know. The set's not grabbing me, but that might be because of burnout.
I love Spider-Man.
Yeah. All right.
Also, I like this Thanos art because I feel like it portrays the Thanos like from the original like Infinity War where he was just trying to appease death by
Yeah.
like, granting all these like souls instead of it being like I want to bring balance to the world. Like
Yeah,
they did in the MCU.
The MCU version was kind of silly. I mean, whatever. Like once you know the comic book version, like that one's way cooler. But I
Hollywood.
understand. But like it's whatever. You know, they don't want Lady Death to.
Hollywood.
You know that scene of him like wanting to fuck Death that has titties. You're like, okay, I understand why they didn't want that to their audience.
Well, also they wanted you to they like humanized Thanos, like
Yeah.
tried to make you sympathize with him even though he was a villain.
Yeah, he's the Mad Titan, dude. He's a Titan, which.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. The main topic of discussion I had today with you guys was the. Let me get all serious here. The state of Magic, and the reason I bring that up is I think the world of Magic players right now are like not happy. Even though we just came off like arguably the best set of all time, Final Fantasy. and maybe
They're
it's
not
finally getting to
happy
us.
about-
The Magic
Product
World.
fatigue.
Yeah, I think it's just product fatigue. I think that's it. Once upon a time, you
It
could
just keeps getting worse and worse.
follow
That's the only
Magic.
thing that I can have complaints about is that I can't afford this game anymore.
Well, you can't afford to. Yeah, like so. I'll walk through like. I this is like the first time in like Magic I've ever felt like a burnout. I'm just skipping Edges of Eternity, but like since like the beginning of the game, and then or not beginning of the game, since I started like 2009, I've always purchased like 2 to 3 boxes of the set just because I like opening packs and I love doing that kind of thing. And then when like collector boosters out, it was always like 1 collector booster box plus like 2 play boosters, just so I had the stuff. I just liked having things. Play boosters have gotten smaller, which it is what it is. You get less stuff. They're filled with more rares, which is a good positive, but at the same time, like I get less uncommon, so I have to go hunt for stuff. Like it's like I only have 1 stock up in my goddamn box, and I gotta go with 3 more. This is annoying. All that being said, I walked into like Edges of Eternity. I walked into game stores, and I usually feel the itch to buy something. Not this time. I go, I don't care about this set. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's space. Maybe it's because I played in the pre-release and I was really unimpressed by like how the mechanics of station works. I was just like, this set has nothing for me. Like I don't know what it is. And this is the first time in like my history of Magic where it's like, hey, this product's not for you. And it's like, yeah, I finally agree with that. Like, and this is excluding some of the secret layers because trying to keep up with the secret layers, you have to be. I mean, what is the cost if you were to buy 1 box of 1 play booster, 1 collector booster, the commander decks to go along with the set, and every secret layer for all the sets or for all the year? Like, what would your cost of Magic be? Like $13,000? Does that sound?
Does track it? Some guy does track it.
Be higher than that, I think.
You think it's okay? So it's got to be.
It's like
Yeah.
starting with Final Fantasy
I think it
alone,
was
a collector booster is
$1,000.
$700.
I think it was $1,000 2 years ago.
No, I'm saying like 13,000 today. Like if I were to buy 1, like let's say if I bought a collector booster, a play booster, and then the commander decks that come along with the set, plus all of the secret layers. Right, and there's 4 seasons of secret layer that have like super drops. There's random drops that come along with it too, and plus we have random supplementary products as well too. Like, I don't know. Someone's got to be
I think we're
tracking
pushing
that.
15 to 18K.
Yeah. So for the people that are like, let's rewind to 2013. Khans of Tarkir drops. You buy Khans of Tarkir. There's no commander decks. There's like intro decks, but nobody really bought those because you got all those same exact cards in the booster packs that you got. You buy 2 of those. And those were like $100 a pop. Your budget was about, for 4 sets a year, $800 to $1,000 invested in Magic, and this is not including like sleeves, all the other things that you're doing, plus like events, right? That's just $1,000 to buy cards to put in your pocket. That was 15 years ago, and now, or 13 years ago, and now it's like.
This came out 15 years ago.
Well, Cons came out 2012, so 13 years ago, or 2013.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know, time flies. Which I'll get
I
into that.
remember that was the first time I bought a case with Khans of Tarkir, and I got a piece of power off that case.
That's so sick, dude. Yeah. So,
I got a Ancestral Recall. I did all the work, traded for as many fetches as I could, ended up with a set of foil fetches, traded the set of foil fetches for an Ancestral Recall.
hell yeah, dude. Let's talk about a come up. But so I don't know. This is the first time I feel disconnected, which is weird because I've never ever felt that way. Like in my history of Magic, I've never felt disconnected. I've always been like, yeah, I'm willing to buy stuff.
Disconnected for like over a year now.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels strange. Like, maybe I'm just complaining, but I don't know. But
You were like,
get it,
in all of
like-
your right to complain about this or whatever, especially like with what they're charging for the packs and like I don't know.
yeah,
Is someone from the cast that probably played more competitive Magic in the last year than most of us have, just because I've had more free time than you guys.
sure.
it feels weird to go to a tournament and sit down and still not know what a card does because there's just so much product in the format.
That's
And
the
that's in
hardest part.
standard. Like
That's what
we're
drives me
like
the
at
worst.
max it was 6 packs. That's how many or 6 sets. That's how many we get in 1 year now.
Yeah, I think that's gonna,
There's
gonna
like
be a mistake. I think that's gonna be a
19
problem.
sets,
That's like part of
19
the
sets
reason
that are in
why.
standard at a time.
Yeah.
Like 5 years ago, I was, or like 5 years ago, I was able to tell you what every single Magic card did. I
Yeah.
cannot do that anymore, which is why I was griping about Japanese Magic cards earlier in my English packs or whatever. I used to be able to tell you what every Magic card did, but I can't do it anymore. There's just too much. It's hard to keep up. And like it's like definitely it's a collector's game now.
Yeah, I mean we've had a major shift. Like it's massive, right? So I guess what I wanted to do was like walk through like 2024. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I think the fear that like we talked about like probably last year, maybe like later than that, is just coming true. Like Commander is like the only format now. Like
It
yes,
is.
they try to push competitive play, they try to make competitive cards, but the driving factor is collecting and Commander. That's all at the
Yep.
end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean they're
like
taking the
exactly
Pokemon model,
like-
right?
I'm so disconnected. I'm so disconnected, but the only thing I want to do is build decks for my friends that are getting into the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's Commander. It used to be I'd be like, oh, here's like a fun standard deck to learn how to play. Now if I talk to someone and they're just starting, the first words out of their mouth is, what's your favorite Commander?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which kind of leads me into like what's driving me towards like Pokemon. Well, just
the competitive scene. Like,
yeah, it works. It's so you know you've seen that like classic grid of like there's like 3 stages of life and there's like 3 commodities of life. You guys know what the 3 commodities are? Time,
I haven't heard this.
time, money, and then energy. Those are like your 3 main components. When you're young, you have all the time, you have all the energy, but you have no money. And then when you're in your career, like what the age that we are at now, you have all the energy and all the money, but no time. And then when you get and then you get to later in life, you have all the money and all the time, but you don't have any energy.
But no energy.
Yep. So, like for me, like I want to play standard really bad because there's a nature in me that's like I like to play for stakes. I like to win. There's like the dream of hoisting a trophy that's like always there, but like the time and commitment to Magic tournaments. Like one of our close game stores hold like a 1K last weekend for Legacy. I just don't go because like if I win, I'm there 9 hours. I'm there for 9 hours. Like
all day thing, and you gotta like you don't win unless you eat, dude.
yeah, it's like so it's like do I just top 8 and then chop it? I guess, and then like it's just it's like in my spirit it kills me to chop and I don't want to. Like I hate splitting. I hate it, but also I can't commit 9 hours to things anymore. That's not a stage in my life, and like referencing like 2015, I was like Tuesday night draft, Wednesday night modern, Friday night FNM, PTQ on Saturday. If there was another PTQ on Sunday, I was going, and that's just what my nature was. I was like, I need to play. I want to keep grinding. Let's go. I love that aspect of Magic. And my two kids, they're 4 and 2, and like the reality is, it's like I have to put a bookmark in that chapter of my life for now. I'm not discrediting, like I won't go back to it, but it's like bookmarked. And maybe my kids go, hey, Dad, I like Magic. Oh, cool. Because as soon as they're like, Dad, I want to go to a tournament. Like, oh, let me tell you something, son. Like, you'll have access to every deck you ever want. Let's go, or daughter, whatever. It's like, but it's just like a bookmark because I can't commit 9 hours to these things. I just can't. And then like a Pokemon tournament, rounds are a half hour. Games are pretty quick. You can play a 5-round tournament within under 3 hours, which is you could never ever do that in Magic. You just can't. So, and the competitive scene for Pokemon is so much more clear and cut. It's just like, yeah, you can go to a regionals, and that's just like a Grand Prix. And then if you do well at regionals, you get to go to Worlds. Done and done. That's it. Like that's really all there is to it. Everything else is just like you just play for prize tournaments or you just play for fun. I don't know. So time is like a big factor of like.
Pokemon's always been really good about playing it how you want to play it.
It really is. So like again, I'm not trying to pipe up Pokemon to be like this all. It's just from like the lifestyle that I have. It's way more complimentary of it, and I can get things done. I can tell my wife, hey, I'm gonna go play in a tournament. I'll be back in 3 hours. Where it's like, oh, I'm going to like a Chicago RCQ. It's gonna be all day. I might be back at midnight. Like, yeah. So, but that's just like for me. But morely, what I want to talk about is with like the Magic world is I think the product fatigue of it, and I want to like go over 2024 until now. So I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we like? Let's look at the year of 2024 of just the products, and then we'll go forward from there.
I do appreciate that I have people who like were like interested in the game when my beginning of the game, getting back into it, whereas like something where I never left.
Yeah.
It's nice to see people. I love the direction that the game has taken, where it's brought back old players.
That's a big thing.
I love it. I talked a lot of shit about it. And like that's really like where I find my joy now is like nurturing my friends that are getting back into this game.
Yeah, like just building decks for them. Hey, I've even a buddy of mine was like,
yeah, like today I gave that deck I built, the Final Fantasy Balthier and Fran deck, to my tattoo artist, and she like about cried. So like,
pretty dope.
It was
dude.
really good.
Yeah, a friend of mine like sold all of his collection entirely. He sold out like 3 months ago, and then he's like, what's like a deck that I can play that I don't have to think about? I'm like, I'll just build you one. So I built him like a life gain no search deck. I'm like, this is just a game. This is a deck that you just gain life. You play a bunch of Soul Wardens, make your guys big. That's it. And he's like, oh, this is great. How much? I'm like, you just keep that. Like, you just take it. It's got I have like upgrades off to the side. Like, here, I'll be giving you upgrades. You don't have to think about this, but if you want to play Commander with us, like, this is what you do. You just bring this deck, and you don't have to think about it. But all right, so 2024 hits, and right from the top of the year, we get Ravnica Remastered, right? It seems like every year we're going to be getting a Remastered set, which is okay because it kind of
Spent so much money on that.
It inserts like stuff into the, like, this is a reprint set. I like that. They add a little twist on it, so people that have been, this is more for like the casual player because it's not meant for like competitive stuff, but like it's got cool stuff in it, so it entices other people like Old Border like lands. This set I'm a-okay with because you can just, if somebody who has like all this stuff, I just go, I don't need, this is not for me, I move on. I might buy a couple collector packs just because it's fun, but I move on from there. And then
I bought 3 collector boxes of
it's cool. It's a good set. Like it's Ravnica Remastered, right?
I broke even on it or whatever, so I don't complain. I didn't get any serialized cards. I was pretty upset. I got super jealous that Jeff got one though.
No,
I bought 1 collector box and got a serialized card.
Nice. So then we move on to the main like line, which is Murders of Carvalon Manor, which is technically like in Ravnica, which we didn't need to go back to Ravnica, and they didn't need to rename this, but this is ultimately what they refer to as a hat set.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's all of your favorite universe like characters being detectives in here, or like whatever the hell it's like, Clue, dinner, murder, mystery /
That's what it was like. They tied it up with Clue. They were trying to sell more Hasbro board games, and it backfired.
Yeah, so it just like didn't work. So this set, was actually a pretty low powered set, but it did come with very significant cards, which had the Surveil lands, which are pretty groundbreaking. And it being like a Ravnica,
it's still like worth there's so many cards in that set worth money. Like Case of the Locked Hot House or whatever. That's a $10 rare.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought this set was Dookie Booty. I really did. I thought this was a bad set.
Only or whatever is still $20. Murder or what's the Bane Ripper is still $10, and he's banned.
Jeez.
So all the lands are like $20.
Delaney's worth something? Jesus Christ, dude. I have no concept of what anything's worth anymore.
When you go play Commander on whatever Commander night and you get a pack with it, you get Markov Manor. This is like, I don't care what else you want. There's like the War Leader's call, that's worth money.
Oh, sure.
Eidetic Memory. Archdruid's Charm, that's worth money.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, this set is full of bangers. Massacre Girl, that's worth money.
Yeah.
A lot of the cards in this set have value, I think, coming from the fact that a lot of people didn't open this set.
Fair enough. This is like a skip set. All right. It's one of those results. Okay.
So like a lot of these cards that are worth money aren't actually that great, but like because they are played in some capacity, like they have a price tag because people don't open it.
Okay.
All those cards that I was hyping up are all like legit playables.
Yeah. I mean, the price like lines it up.
True.
Right? It just shows you that like
That's
these
why
are
it's
Playable
just-
doesn't always mean good though either.
That blue. There's a card in the new set that looks like a singer. It's like a blue harmonicon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like a fever- which is like the same reason why Delny is like $30 because she's a panharmonicon.
Oh, sure.
So
Okay.
I think that blue rare that's like a panharmonicon. I have one or whatever, singer something like that.
Yeah,
That
I've
card's
seen it.
gonna,
It's got
like,
warp or whatever.
be worth some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the beginning of the year, typically the first set of the year usually stinks because this always falls on the Super Bowl weekend. So like pre-release, you kind of get like shafted just because a lot of people are just they just don't partake in the. Also, we just
It's
came
cold.
off. It's cold. You came off Christmas. You're waiting on your tax return. Usually, the first set of the year is usually kind of a flop in the sense of like it just doesn't do as well. 1 month later, we get Fallout decks, and then also you can buy Fallout collector boosters, which is a
So good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that went so hard.
It did. So, again, this is not a set that you have to buy for standard at all. You don't need this for competitive play. This really only exists for Legacy and Eternal. So, like, there's not much here. This is just purely a Commander set, which, again, Fallout I didn't really buy anything of. I bought maybe a couple things here and there, but I didn't really go too big. And then came shortly after that. So, we had 1 month in between a set coming out. And then the next month, we have Outlaw of Thunder Junction that's happening in April of 2024, which is another hat set, a cowboy set. Basically, it's just taking the Magic IP and going, what genre of movie or thing we want to do today. So we're here.
This set sucked.
Yeah, Thunder Junction. Yeah, it's got the breaking news, which is like a big sell point. But this is obviously they jammed these in because this was an Aftermath product, and they were like, people hated that so much, so we can't put these in packs. We have to shove these in play boosters, and that's what they did. And those were kind of nice. That's like a nice touch, right? They brought people in because they have these cool, a Mind Break drop that was $80. The reprint is like $7, and I took the Zendikar down from like 80 to 15. So, these are fine. I like when they do these in sets. I think this is a nice thing that happens. But Thunder Junction as a whole, played in pre-release, set stunk. Like the saddle mechanic wasn't for me, and again, if you like westerns, it's funny because it's like memey. But again, this is just another IP that has hats, right?
Yeah, this was probably the first set of that year that like overly like superly affected competitive play though.
It did. I mean, yes,
Like-
right. That's fair.
Like the set was it didn't feel like, I mean, yes, it had a lot of Commander products, but like a lot of like the cards in the set were like actually seeing play, which was really cool compared to Murders, where I feel like at the time like you had like War Leader's Call and then like the Surveillance
Sure.
that we're seeing play. Like obviously more saw play eventually, but this set had a lot of stuff that was like played. The theme was dumb. I'll give you that. I did not like the whole cowboy theme.
Yeah. So as far as like playability, I guess what I'm looking at is like, was this a set that drew people in? Like, do you think? No.
Oh no, definitely not. People don't care about westerns. When's the last time you saw a good western movie?
I like Assassin's Creed, but it was done poorly.
Yeah, we'll go into that next. So after Outlaws, we now have our modern set of the year. So we were like accustomed to having six sets a year. It's just if you were a standard competitive player or pioneer or whatever, you could skip some of these. Modern Horizons 3, arguably what killed Modern. Yeah, this is the set that made. This is it, right? This is where people are like, okay, we're tapped out. Like, we don't get to play what Modern's. This was the nail in the coffin that killed Modern's true identity. So, whatever remnants of Modern that you had is like that's gone now. Like, it's just not what it is, but it is. What's the meme? It's Block Horizon, Modern Block Horizons or whatever.
Yep.
And a lot of things happened, right? We had a lot of good goddamn cards that came out that just dominate, like Tameo. I mean, the list goes on and on. Anyways, yeah. So we're here, and they kind of bring you back by putting old border fetches in here. They had old border of the 5 elementals, which at the time even one of them was banned, which is kind of funny. And other stuff here. So Psychic Frog, which kind of ruined a lot of stuff. This is like what broke Modern, right? So as me, where my competitive play was for quite some time, because Standard wasn't for me, was Modern. And then once Modern Horizons 3 came out, I haven't played any Modern in person. I just haven't. Like I've yet to see someone casting an Ajani's Pridemate against me, or not Pridemate, Ajani, or in person against me in the Modern context. I played it online a lot. It's just no interest there. But like I played Legacy, I've seen some of these cards. All right. And then we move into the Assassin's Creed, which this is like
Another Fallout style, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Except this
Or
had
no, it had actual packs. Yeah.
it had play boosters. Were they 8-card packs or 9-card packs? I don't remember.
It was like 8-card packs. It was 8-card packs, but one of them was a land.
Yeah, so you couldn't draft this set.
You could not.
Yeah, so this
I
was
liked this set, but it was poorly done. Like it should have been a full set, like every other Universe Beyonds.
They might have caught it ahead of time where like the IP wasn't strong enough to carry a lot of people into it. So they were like, all right, let's just roll back and let's get some hits in here and then move on from this, right? I think that's what have happened. But I bought a box of this. I was like, I'll buy a box of this because I was like, I liked Assassin's Creed in 2008 or 2007, whenever the first one came out. That was cool. And they had the serialized cards of like Leonardo da Vinci, which I thought was cute. Socrates and some other things. So I was like, these are nice. These are funny, right?
Cleopatra.
Did you buy one?
Say it again?
You bought a box of this set?
I did.
You bought a box, right? Didn't you get a serialized card?
I sure did, yeah.
Which one did you get? Socrates?
No. I got the Triad. No, I thought this was. I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm thinking of.
I think you got.
I sent it to you guys in the
or
chat.
think
I forgot what it was.
Right. I think maybe you got Leo. I remember you were pissed about it, but that's still cool or whatever.
Well, I immediately got rid of it. I was like, goodbye. I don't want this. This doesn't need to be in my life. But
ooh, I would have kept that.
I mean, sure. Like
I would have built that as a
I
commander.
do like that they're in
Can't
their
read it.
original language.
Can't read it. I don't know what it
Right.
does. Anyways,
Button.
so Assassin's Creed comes out again. I'm just more like one of those products that was like I still see it on game shit. Like a big telling part of like it, to me, of like a set's doing well is like if you just see this stuff, like you can still see these at Target. Like you can still see these, like they're still there. Like nobody's really buying this stuff. So always wait for this stuff to go on like super discount.
Right.
Mystery
There's
Booster
good
2,
stuff in that set.
I won't count because that's like a con exclusive thing, but you could buy that, which is another all
Oh,
reprint.
cool.
Yeah. Then we go into Bloomburrow, which was actually like a set that I think they did well. This is like,
Bloomberg gets a high five all around.
yeah,
It was not a hat set, so
It's-
it was good.
yeah, it was not a hat set, something they developed, very cutesy. The style was Ferngully or something.
Yeah.
No,
It
Red
reminded
Wall.
me of Laura.
There you go,
Red
Red Wall. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, but I was like interested in like the world. It was cute. And then they did some like anthropomizing of like Jace or like furry Jace and all that, which like brings some people in, and those have a high price tag. And dude, the collector boosters of this stuff is expensive, like because you
Yep.
get the
Dude,
really
it's so expensive because everyone wants the stupid like Mrs. Bumbleflower.
yeah, like everybody wants the cutesy stuff out of here.
The like raised foil Bloomburrow cards are where the money's at.
Yeah, I mean the set looks beautiful and like I'm not. This isn't like a thing for me, but Bloomburrow was cool. Like there's no doubt about it. They just do. Yeah, it's good.
I'm like building, like I said, I'm like building decks. My brother brought up like, hey, is Relentless Rats can you play Relentless Rats in EDH? And I was like, yes, or whatever. I play Dragon's Approach or whatever, or I play the red one. So like I'm going to rebuild him his Rats deck from when he used to play. And
Yeah.
like all of the rats got the Bloomburrow treatment, which I think is like funny and stupid at the same, like not dumb, silly.
Yeah,
That the rats got reanimated as rats or repersonalized.
yeah. There's mice and rats, which is funny. But yeah, so
But,
like I would say this set was successful. I had friends talking to me that were not Magic playing friends. Were like, hey, I heard about this set. Like, what do you know about it? I was like, oh well, when was the last time you played Magic? Like, I don't know, 15 years ago. I was like, do you want to play like a board game variant of Magic? Like, what's that? I was like, it's Commander. Go buy a Bloomburrow Commander deck, and that's what they did. I don't know if they made any
that
alterations to it, but they were like, this
the
is cool.
Raccoon Commander. I
Yeah.
put him in that deck I built.
Yeah. So there was like, they did a good job with
Although-
this. This is like a Magic original IP, new characters, new things, like a world that was worth
Bumbleflower.
exploring.
That if you go back, that Miss Bumbleflower, the anime, the at the top, the very top
Yeah.
right,
I was trying to find it the hard way.
the anime version is like
Oh my
$1,000 or
god.
This is why
Okay.
the
Collector boosters are so much.
pack there.
Yeah, you could also
Yeah.
get like Furry Jace, which is pretty big. Like, there's a lot of good stuff in it. It's just good. All right. So I think Bloomburrow was like in August, and I would argue that's like the first success that Magic had in 2024. Like, obviously, Modern Horizons 3 sold because competitive players had to buy it, but it burned people out. But all these other sets, I think, were just not good. They're just not. And then we lead into kind of the end of the year, which has, yep, Duskmourn, which was like its own world, but again, it's just like, hey, we're going into classic slasher. And
I hope we go back here and never go back to Innistrad.
yeah, I would rather explore this world where they get out of the house or whatever. Like, it's got some cool stuff going on with it. But this felt better than Carvalho Manor. Like, honestly, like the aesthetic, like this and Carvalho, like this is a detective. These two sets I get confused. I go, was that in Duskmourn or in Carvalho Manor? Which obviously the set symbol tells you because it's like the butterfly, but yeah, this was like an okay
Like, really,
set.
this is why they should bring back block structure if they're only going to if they're gonna like lean heavy into universes beyond. They should, like we were saying before, lean into the block structure again. Like do it like
Yep.
give a chance to fill out a world, and then like in between the like world building, you can put your universes beyond sets. Or
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
Yep. This had some cool ideas to it too. Like, and it was a genre that they were like trying to explore, had some ideas along with it. And I don't mind Magic trying this stuff, right? Because if we look at like what Magic was in 2004, like there was Invasion, then there was Onslaught, and I think those all took this on the same plane. It was just like one giant continuous story. And then like
Right.
after that, they were like, all right, Mirrodin. Now we're on an actual like plane, and then Mirrodin, Kamigawa, Ravnica, like, and to be honest, a lot of those were hits. But then we go into Foundations, which kind of just dropped on everybody's head. Like, hey, we're going to do a core set that's legal for 5
Caught me
years.
off guard.
Yeah. Like, oh, okay. Which has some good cards in it, obviously. It's a core set.
Season.
Yep. Making like certain cards that we no longer have to like throw into, like, this has to be in standard, you know?
I liked the concept of Foundations, except for one thing. There is certain cards that are not printed in the actual booster packs that are legal and standard and only came in like the starter box.
Yeah, I mean, they did that years ago with like Nightmare. Sarah Angel, Shivan Dragon have been legal and standard for like 20 straight, maybe forever. I don't think Sarah Angel has ever missed a standard. Okay, anyways.
Is she in standard right now?
Yeah, Nightmare. Maybe that was a bad choice. Let's try Sarah Angel. Let's try Shivan Dragon. Yeah, so what they do, they downshift
Oh,
to
it's in
this.
Foundation.
Yeah, it's in Foundations, but what they did prior to this, so it was always legal, and it was always like they snuck it into like an intro pack. You see how it's collector number 335.
Yeah.
So it's always been legal, like these things, and then they did this, right? So like when it had this swoosh, it was in like a intro deck. So they've always been legal. There was like a year where they just did years without core sets, and they were like, okay, well, we want Shivan Dragon to be here forever. So yeah, there's that. They announced that years ago. They just like there's like these 5 cards like Nightmare, Shivan Dragon, Sarah Angel, and there's like 2 other ones that are just like these will forever be legal. Just deal with it. Anyways, so Foundations got dropped on us.
The cards are like.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I was just gonna say it was more.
You got it. I got to edit this out.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. It got dropped on us. It's a core set. The rules are a little bit different, and the fact that it's legal for 5 years is strange. So it's like we want these cards, like they have all the temples in there and all the gates. So and Maze's End. So like you can always just play a Maze's End deck for the next 5 years. But yeah.
it's whatever. Like I think 5 years is a random number to pick when you have a standard that's 3-year rotation, because this will like randomly rotate 1 year.
They'll just make, yeah, that's fair.
And
Better be a Foundations 2 or whatever, or Foundations 2020 or 2030 edition or whatever.
And they just snuck a doubling season in here. Okay, whatever. God damn it, these things are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat doubling season. I want one now.
Yeah.
That I'm now.
Yeah, get the super one. Okay. Well, I guess that's worth doing. All right. So Foundations came. I'm fine with this. This is a core set product where they're just like, hey, this is actually like the way that we get people to begin starting playing, where it has like lifelink, where it actually spells out lifelink. And I think that's always a great thing to do, to just have people introduced. Because I mean, when people get introduced to Magic now, they go play Commander, and it's probably just like, you ever sit around and play like a brand new board game where everybody at the table is learning the board game, and it's pretty complicated, so you spend like 3 hours just reading the rule book.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I would
Yeah, it's
imagine
awful.
if you were to like talk to someone who's never played Magic, be like, hey, you want to play Commander? Like, yeah, sure. Like, okay, well, here's how the things work, and you can do this. It's like it's impossible.
I never like don't ever try to like teach your date how to play Commander.
Nah.
Like, you'll immediately like
Big
not have a
mistake.
date
I had-
anymore.
I had to do that a month ago with a person playing Vivi as their first Commander deck. And like me and 2 other people basically walked him through how he was going to win on his turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Commander's not the
Because it was just like,
Am I delayed? It must be delayed.
There's like some kind of delay.
Yeah, that's what's going on. All right. So after Foundation, we go into the beginning of the year, which they do Innistrad Remastered. Shout out to it. We were ambassadors for that, and Aether Drift, which is cool. However, these products, Innistrad Remastered was it felt like we were just too close. We've just had too many years of being too close to Innistrad. So like
What?
yeah. I'm like good with not touching that anymore. I don't know. Like they could just stay away from Innistrad for the next 15 years, please. Bring it back when when the community starts asking for it, like how we're asking for like Lorwyn and like Shards of Alara. Like when the community starts asking for it, then bring it out. But stop just forcing it down our throat. We know it was successful enough. And then it leads us
it's
into
not Twilight anymore.
yeah, exactly. And then we lead into 2025, which starts off with Innistrad, but then we go into Aether Drift, which again is another hat set. The pre-release literally fell on the Super Bowl weekend, so like I remember going to pre-releases and there were like stores that normally have a full turnout or they cap have like 12 people there. You're like, oh, okay. So, not great there. And then we keep going, and then we hit a great set, which Tarkir Dragonstorm. And I guess where I go with this is I think one of the reasons why this is great, one, it's April, so spring's happening, so people are coming out of their houses, people get tax money back, but it's also a long enough gap
Heck yeah.
between Tarkir, like from 2013 Tarkir till now. So we have a 12-year gap where people like reminisce and love this, and then they like, hear about this. And also dragons are just like one of those archetypes that people absolutely love.
I love dragons.
So this set did really well from like a pre-release standpoint. I enjoyed this set a lot. Had a lot of cool stuff, and I mean, we're gonna have the end of the year basic land argument. Can't beat these. Sorry, can't be beat.
Disagree.
Dude, the Spider-Man ones are not winning. I'm telling you.
So good.
I'm not saying it's Spider-Man.
All right.
You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait and find out.
You're spoofing, dude. Quit doing that. But so this kind of brings me back to like, and where I wanted to go with this is so we have Tarkir, and it was well received. Like the community loved it. We're excited about the Magic IP. A lot of people are like, see, the Magic IP can do well. This is how we do well. And this is like, when we first returned to Kamigawa, there was that large gap. And I think there's something to be said that if we wait a good amount of time, I think people just go, oh, I played Kamigawa back then. I love that set. And then they come back, and then all the new people come into Kamigawa, and then, there's like this weird blend of like new age and old Magic's like gathering, and then you get like a reminiscent set. So, I think that's the big takeaway for Tarkir. I think it was awesome for many different levels. The 3-color sets are typically not the greatest, but this one was awesome.
limited format sucked.
Yeah, that was like the big takeaway from that. And then we go into arguably the greatest set of all time. And I know we're 2 months from it being released, so it came out in the beginning of June. Final Fantasy. And yeah, this set is an absolute banger, and we'll go down in the history books for a lot of different reasons. Archetype was amazing. The IP was massive, and the IP that goes along with it is, I think this is like something that they should write down and make sure it's like whatever IP you're going to do, don't derive or stray from the source material. Just use the source material, and they will come. You know, and I think that's like the big thing you can say about that.
I love Final Fantasy, and I thought this set was done better than any other Universes Beyond.
By a lot.
I think it will be the downfall of Magic. No in-universes set will ever do this good.
You are correct. I will have to agree with you there.
Unless they start slapping in some reserve list cards, nothing will ever beat this. And it's just going to tell Hasbro, we need to keep doing Universes Beyond. We need to keep pushing it. And I love Universes Beyond. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I love that I can sit down and fight SpongeBob versus Cloud.
Sure.
Great. I love Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And for a while, I didn't like the in-universe IP. It was kind of trash.
Yeah.
But, you know, Bloomburrow was really good. I liked Dustmorn. I thought Dragonstorm was good. They are going back to my favorite plane of Lorwyn, so I'm looking forward to that. And Kamigawa was amazing, but I don't think we're going to get it anymore. Next year, they're going to announce we're going to have 4 universe sets. And then the year after, they're going to be like, we're going to have 5. And then in-universe sets are only going to be special things eventually. I think that's what's going to happen.
Magic the Gathering, Universes Beyond, Magic the Gathering. Okay. I mean...
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
So, I guess the future, right? Mara already said, like, hey, he already said in his blog or whatever, he's like, yeah, Final Fantasy exceeded our expectations. It did things that we didn't think were possible. So the people that, you know, control the company above me, we know what's coming down the line and expect just more Universes Beyond. The only downside is it's like, how much is the IP going to cost? Because whoever they team up with is going to go, look at what Final Fantasy did. How about you do it with us too? But our price is going to be this, and that's just going to be, you know, unfortunately passed on to us. But I mean, I there's so many good things to say about Final Fantasy, but I think what you said was absolutely like on the nose. This is the end of the Magic the Gathering IP. Like, it's gonna be.
As we know it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And those who love Lorwyn, you better come out, because if Lorwyn doesn't do well, like if it doesn't do well, that might be like, hey, we're doing one Magic the Gathering set a year, and good luck. But I think Lorwyn will do.
You know what it's going to be, too? It's going to be Ravnica or Innistrad every time.
Oh, you guys need Shocklands. Okay, well, here's Ravnica. Return to the return. I mean, they should do an unset called Return to the Return to the Return to the Return. Like, and just call it that. And like, what is it ending to? Who knows? But yeah.
On return. That's what it should be called.
So then, yeah. So now we're on every 2 months we have a new set coming out, no matter what. And like Edges of Eternity got shafted. The set wasn't for me, but it got shafted on because of like San Diego Comic-Con just eating all of its thunder during like the time that I was able to go play like a Magic Online for early access. Like there were spoilers coming out for Spider-Man. It's like, I haven't even sniffed these cards yet. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. It is what it is. But I think what I'm gathering is what you think the future of Magic is going to be is just 4 to 5 Universes Beyond.
It's just going to be Smash Bros. Or Fortnite actually would be a proper term, because Commander is a battle royale.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just going to be Fortnite. Yeah. Everything's going to have some Universes Beyond slapped on it. And at the end of the day, as long as I can still play my card game, I don't care. I don't follow the story anymore. Like, we had Nicol Bolas for like a bajillion years, and he finally died, and we had the Phyrexians, and we had the Eldrazi, and they keep trying to bring back these things to grab nostalgia instead of just like taking a whole new story.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
doing too.
is what I think they needed.
Yeah.
And I can play my game, and that's all I care. If I sit down and my Pokemon or my opponent has My Little Pony or Barbie, and I'm playing with the Ninja Turtles, I don't really care as long as I can still play by the same rules.
Yeah. So that leads me into what do you like predictions for 2026? And one of the big predictions, and this is a big one, is and this is just rumors, right? This is just people putting things together. There's an assumption that Star Wars is coming to Magic the Gathering. And the reason for that logic is they moved Vegas to May. And May the 4th is like...
May the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So they're like, what we're going to do is we're going to have Vegas be Star Wars and Magic theme, which... if that's the case, we're fucked. Like, it's bad.
Oh, yeah. You think Final Fantasy fans spent a lot of money? First of all, Star Wars. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Has one of the most toxic fan bases I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Star Wars fans are so brutal. And if they release Star Wars and there's, like, serialized lightsabers for certain characters, I think it might be... I don't think it will beat Final Fantasy.
Oh, the
100%.
economy's crashing that day because there'll be no money left in the banks.
100%.
No.
Nope. Like I said, there's only two things that I think ever beat Final Fantasy, and that's Star Wars and Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't think I can think of another IP that would even come close.
WWE would get close, but not that level.
I feel like even though they collect wrestler cards, I feel like WWE fans are the ones that make fun of us for playing Magic.
Until their Macho Man Randy Savage Commander deck comes out, where it's just called...
beating up Spud.
It's just...
Yeah, but then they're going to sit down, and Randy Savage is going to lose to SpongeBob, and they're actually going to flip a table.
I mean,
and
whatever. Like, what would the Commander deck be called? Oh, yeah! And then, like, the Undertaker, like, from hell, like, whatever, like, the Tombstone, or whatever. Like, I'm just thinking of the Commander deck names that would just sell. I mean, do you think everybody would buy Macho Man Randy Savage's Commander deck just because the Commander deck was called Oh Yeah? People are like, oh, what deck are you playing? Oh yeah! Like, come on, bro. But yes,
I still don't think wrestling would beat out Final Fantasy even, but
it'd be close. I mean, they sell out arenas every week, right, for people to come out and watch a wrestling show. They also have like WrestleMania that sells out every year. That's incredibly expensive, and SummerSlam. You know, like the fandom is there. They're just not. Maybe they're not worldwide. Like, I mean, Final Fantasy was.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, I understand that like people around the world like wrestling, but I don't think the numbers match the amount of people that around the world that play Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So, I guess, yeah, we said this last week.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is Star Wars is Star Wars international? Like, is people in Japan watching Star Wars?
Dude, they made an anime of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. Yeah, I am so.
I literally have a Star Wars manga.
I'm so detached from Star Wars. Sorry, but.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like I would, don't get me wrong, I would be pretty hyped if they were like, all right, we're gonna do a 1-of-1 Darth Vader, and people would be like, what? Like, you know, I'm
telling you, 1-of-1, like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, Yoda's, all of those. It doesn't even have to be 1-of-1. You could do like the 1 out of 100 or the 1 out of 500,
like
and
one
the
of
set
100
will still
Leia,
like
one
fly
of
off
one,
the shelf.
Yeah, 1-of-1 Leia, 1-of-1. I mean, Chewbacca. I mean, imagine what your Naya Chewbacca.
So you'd have to do a 1-of-1 Anakin because he's the chosen one.
That's fair. That
would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that happening.
For far as next year, though, we have Lorwyn. I agree with what you said before. I hope people that like Lorwyn come out. I will definitely be I will be spending money on it as long as the cards are actually good. Because like just because we return to Lorwyn doesn't mean like the sets itself is going to be good. The art will be fantastic. I hope, but.
Do you think they're going to go with the because Lorwyn was like now Kindred but tribal set. There's a lot of tribes in there. There's fairies, elves, goblins, merfolk, Giants, Kithkin, like they can't really do. They can't really do.
Folk.
Yeah, elementals. They can't really do commander decks that would be. I mean, they're gonna if there's gonna be commander decks, there's gonna be a fairy one, probably a goblin one. I don't think they'd do a Kithkin one. They probably would skip that one.
So I think they would, because first of all, didn't they change Kithkin to halflings?
Did they? I don't remember.
Like with Lord of the Rings?
I believe
I thought
you.
that was like something.
Who knows?
I could be wrong. But if they did them, there would have to be 5 because there's like what 10, 15.
Oh, they didn't change them yet. No, not yet. Yeah.
Nope, they're still Kithkin.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think they would do goblins and elves. So you have to do those two. There's no way you don't. Fairies, merfolk. So you have your 4, and then I think the last one would be Kithkin or elemental.
That's tough. You're not doing
I don't
giants.
think tree folk is. No, you're not doing. Like people like tree folk. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that's the draw from Lorwyn.
Yeah. Laura might get shafted, dude.
I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm sure it will,
Oh.
and I'm sure I'll be upset about it, and it'll probably be the final nail in the coffin for me to go. I just don't care about any universe anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I want Alara so bad. That's my baby. I don't think it's coming. It's too bad.
My 2 favorite sets were Lorwyn and Kamigawa, and the Return to Kamigawa was amazing.
Yeah.
Like well received, very loved set. Had some busted cards, yes, but that's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
And so I have high expectations for Lorwyn, and I feel like I will be let down.
Yeah, it's time to cry, you know. And Lorwyn, please do well. But I think what's going to be telling, like, you know, let's wait till Spider-Man. We'll revisit this. And I'll say because if Spider-Man sells as crazy as I think it's going to because of the stones or the chase for the stone, people might just hold their money until the next lottery ticket, right? Like why buy Lorwyn stuff when the next set has the time stone, and we're gonna be a mad dash to get the time stone, you know.
Your next lottery ticket comes out in November.
Avatar.
Yeah, it's another. You don't think there's going to be some serialized card in there?
There'll be a serialized card, but I think Avatar is. I think the IP is bad. I know this hurts Josh to say this, but I think the IP is bad. I think it's narrow.
I mean, I agree. I am not an Avatar fan.
Yeah.
But the fandom for Avatar
It's
is
not
huge.
going to do it's not going to do as well as any of the other things. So like it'll be better than Assassin's Creed.
I mean, yes, yeah,
Well,
I agree.
Sure.
Yes. If we had to rank all the, if we had
That's
to,
kind of an unfair comparison
No, it's
considering
not.
this is going to be a full set.
no, I think it's totally fair. If you were to do like, let's put it this way, if Resident Evil got the same treatment as Assassin's Creed, do you think those things would have flew off the shelves? You don't think people would want Nemesis?
I think Resident Evil would do better than Assassin's Creed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think I think Resident Evil would do better with the fans that are already involved with the game.
Yeah.
But I think Assassin's Creed did a better job at like just attracting to normal people that don't have any history with the game.
I think Assassin's Creed is just poop, man. That IP, I think it was just a
Yeah.
bad IP.
I just think I say that because like
I
Resident Evil is like a game from our childhood. Like it's like more 30-year-olds, whereas like Assassin's Creed is like the 20-year-olds.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, I mean Assassin's Creed was also like touching like our genre too, though. But the thing about Resident Evil is the games
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that is 20 years.
are
difference.
still very popular, still
10
coming out
years.
every year, just like Assassin's Creed. But I also feel like Resident Evil appeals to different demographics, like because like horror fans like Resident Evil, video game fans like Resident, like you're hitting different like. I don't know. It just feels more iconic because you have continuous characters versus Assassin's Creed. I mean, I guess that doesn't apply because you have Final Fantasy, but
I've never talked to
I don't know.
anybody
I
who's
just
ever played.
personally think Resident Evil.
I've never talked to anybody who's played Assassin's Creed about Assassin's Creed, and I've never had anybody talk to me about how cool Assassin's Creed is ever. But I've heard about how cool Final Fantasy was my whole life. Like
Every conversation about Assassin's Creed I've had always starts with you liked Ezio, right? That's how it always starts.
Is that
It's
the,
always
is that the,
about Assassin's Creed
Oh,
2.
Altair,
Oh, I only remember the
that's
first
like
one.
a really. I've heard that same thing. It's like Ezio and Altair.
Yep.
I just remember completing the missions of jumping.
Where
off of
Final
high points.
Fantasy or Resident Evil, like you have Leon fans, you have Claire fans, like you just
Jill.
all these characters. There's even people like Wesker,
Wesker,
Jill, yeah.
Nemesis.
Nemesis,
yeah.
Hunter, like oh my god, I want it so bad.
I mean the characters are certainly like it's deep, right? They got enough lore there because you can just have different. There's different variants of zombies. You can have small zombies, big zombies, and yeah, they got a lot there. They don't have to be
and
super
next
legendary.
year
shit,
will
yeah.
be prime for it.
Yeah.
Because guess what comes out next year? Resident Evil 9.
Ooh la la. Maybe that's what where Universe Beyond is gonna
I
be.
think you'll probably see a secret layer before you'll see. I think you'll see a secret layer before you'll see a set.
think
I
that-
don't think
think
it
a
would be a
secret layer-
standard set.
Why.
If anything,
Yeah, I
it would
think
be
it's-
it would be like Assassin's Creed. It'd be like a small modern set or
Assassin's Creed did poorly. It didn't sell.
Something.
They're I think they're away from that model.
Secret layer, kind of like how the Tomb Raider one was.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah. But on the other hand, Fallout did really good.
yeah. Pip Boy's cool. Like that's a
I don't know how
Or
well
like
Doctor
Fa-
Who did.
Fallout was like
yeah, I forgot
Fallout
about
was
shit.
just like commander decks with like collector boosters of pimped out
Yeah.
commander cards. So I think that model might work for Resident Evil.
Agreed. I could see that.
Yeah. That's
I
fair.
don't think they'll do that again either.
That's a hard set to do because, like, that's just. I mean, Barrett's got a gun, so it's like whatever. Never mind. Just do Resident Evil, whatever team that you guys worked with for Final Fantasy. Keep that team on for the Magic side and make sure that they just do it untouched. Because yeah, that's all they really need to do. All right. That's all I really
also,
got.
don't we technically have a gun in Magic now? Because we have the gun blade.
Yeah, I mean we have Barrett's gun arm
And-
too, right?
And
Yeah,
it's like other stuff too.
and Vincent.
Yeah, guns are cool now. Thunder Junction should have had a ton of
Also,
guns.
like Fallout has guns.
We're not afraid of
Yeah.
guns. New world. But yeah, I guess that's all I really had to like go in on this. I think my heart, like my fatigue is here. I can't play the tournaments that I want to because the commitment's too big, which is sad. And again, the chapter is at the end of my. It's not closed, but it's bookmarked. And then what I want from Magic, I can't get it from it right now. So that's really all it comes down to. And I'm gonna post like what the cost of like buying, now I guess one of every product, right? And I'm gonna exclude secret layers because I think those are kind of just like cash grabs, and that's exactly how those things work. They're cash grabs. So, man, are they successful? Jesus Christ.
You should do it as one play booster box because that's probably what the actual spending limit now is. Because before you could get 2 boxes for 200, now it costs you like 160 to get
Okay.
one, if not more.
So okay, then but yeah, I mean yeah, that's fair.
I'm just saying to like average it out because the average player doesn't actually probably buy more than 1 box.
It's probably
if
a-
1 box at all.
And bring back $89 boxes. Bring them back.
Yeah, I mean it's probably one box
I remember
and
getting
then one.
$79 boxes at Gen Con.
Yeah, it was nuts. I mean it's probably one box
They
and then
I
a commander
remember-
deck that they buy per set. That's like more
What
fair.
was the one?
Yeah,
with
that would actually be a good way to do it.
What was the Foretell set? That was the last time I got $89
Kaldheim.
boxes. Huh?
Kaldheim.
Yeah. That was the last time I
Kaldheim.
got a box for
Yeah, we
less
bought
than
those cheap because we
$100.
did like box box wars with those. That we were doing that for a while. But yeah. Sorry, this is a grim podcast. The end of Magic, the state of Magic. I'm not doing it's serious, but it's not that.
Oh,
I mean,
hey, hold on. One of our viewers can get us the best viewers on Steam.
thanks, dude.
Goddamn bot.
Totally not a bot, huh? No. Magic's fine. This is the first time I've ever been disheartened like about the game in a way. I just can't keep up.
I'm fortunate we have this podcast that keeps me involved with the game.
Yeah. I'm never gonna retire.
Honestly,
Not hanging up my sleeves.
you, at the end of the day, you can blame Fortnite. If Fortnite would have never been successful, cross-universing different like genre or games and stuff like that probably wouldn't be as popular.
Yeah, but Peter Griffin's pretty cool to
Fortnite's
play.
fault.
It was the Pioneer Hornet.
All right, I'm gonna say this here: if Family Guy is a standard set, I'll quit Magic. Like, it can be a secret layer, but it can't be a standard set. If it's a fucking
I
standard
don't. That would probably never happen.
I mean, I'm willing to bet my magic mojo on it, but like, I like Family Guy. It's stupid funny. I don't watch it like religiously, but like every now and then I catch like a 1 minute reel of it, and I go, oh, that made me laugh. But if Family Guy's a standard set, we're fucked. Like,
Who was that guy?
Fair, I never thought Fortnite would even see the light of day in Magic, and then we got the secret layer. So you could be right.
well, I think it would be more likely to be a secret layer than it would be a standard set. But I mean, they got a lot of people in there, a lot of legendary creatures. You know, what would be the 1/1 Stewie? Is there, maybe the 1/1 chicken, the
Maybe.
guy that he fights to the death. That would be pretty cool.
1/1 James Wood.
Rest in peace. Yeah. All
One
right.
piece of candy.
Yeah. I mean, that would totally be a card, a piece of candy, or just a. What would that? They could. What would that have to be? I don't know. Anyways,
Trail of Crumbs.
that exists, but piece of candy, and then I don't know what its effect would be. Like this creature gets 3 stun counters, and after the 3rd stun counter, it dies. I don't know.
James Wood shows up at your house. All right, Josh, get us out of here.
The serialized card would be Joe's wheelchair.
It's pretty good.
Sandwich bread is just dessert, and it's Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah.
Take care. Have a
I
good
mean,
night.
That is
What?
fair. Yeah, he's right. You gotta buy good bread. And what sucks about good bread is you have to eat a lot of bread.